You check any Native American's car, you always find gin and femurs or something. You know, they keep the dead with them a lot of times. I unfortunately almost knocked this young lady up that was from South Dakota. And she lived on a reservation, and she like threatened to have the baby.
Damn, how old were you?
37 this year. It was this year. And she wouldn't even be cool. She threatened to have the baby, dude, and I just met her at a motel. And she threatened to have a baby, man. And so that's... But the thing that happened was this Mexican kid moved in named Nick, right? And the first thing he ever said in class, the man was, in science, they also taught you sex ed, right? So, like the first day this kid, Nick, was in there, it was during the sex ed part, and he stands up and he goes, what does pop that cherry mean? That's what he said, dude. He asked the fucking teacher like as serious as could be. He's like, what does pop that cherry mean? You know, the first wigger I ever met was from our town, bro. I think the first wigger ever, man. This kid named Brian St. Pierre, bro. And they put him in class.
He was a white dude that was trying to be black?
Yeah, he was a white dude.
Where did he move from?
I don't fuck nowhere, bro. He fucking just, you know, he was raised like, kind of like, you know, he was like Mowgli, you know, like he was just fucking spent a little bit of time on the other side of town, you know, and the brothers really got a hold of him. And he was cool, though. He was a cool dude, man.
Mowgli.
Right? He was, bro. He was like a Mowgli, you know?
My whole body just shook. I thought it was an earthquake for a minute.
He was like,
oh, my God.
That's that inner yoga, bro. That's that inner yoga. But look, man, they put him in the fucking mentally handicapped class, bro, because they'd never seen it before. They'd never seen it before. They put him in class with kids with Down syndrome, with kids in wheelchairs. They put him...
What, just a dude who had like a... couldn't he just be like, hey guys, it's just the way I want to talk?
I don't even know what the fuck you're saying, Lee, right now. You sound like him right now. They'll probably put you in that class right now.
Lee would be in, dude.
You don't even know what you're saying.
You're
like that fucking... You're like,
no, they put the wigger in the special class.
That's what you sounded. That's what that dude sounded like. I wanted $1 today. You sound like Cousin It. Shit, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? I'm over here, you know.
Before we started, Lee kept thinking he was hearing a buzzing in the mic.
Oh my God, people, we started late. Because Lee was looking around the room like.
And now he's making a buzzing in the mics.
Listen to him. He's the walking buzz over here. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of realized how big of a deal it was. I mean, it was just kind of fun, and you got to compete. And I'd always been like, I think a bit afraid to play like football in high school because like if I got hurt, like we didn't have no money, so it was like if you got hurt, you know, you were just gonna be that guy whose fucking shirt didn't fit right for the rest of his life. You know, like if you broke your fucking clavicle or whatever,
you'd be the awkward guy.
Yeah, you were just gonna be that dude.
You didn't grow up with Obamacare. You didn't have health insurance.
No. We just had we just had insight from the neighbors. You know, that was our Obamacare. Yeah,
bro science
looks broken. Yeah, I'd tie it down.
That's
you know,
I'd tie it down.
People tying their legs to their arm and shit. I remember they made one kid a fucking cast out of cement one time. They fucking put his leg into a
legit.
Yeah, and then they had to break it with a hammer at some point of some type of, and it broke his leg in 3 places when they broke
God damn it.
the fucking cement.
I don't trust people from Louisiana.
Well, I mean, it's a hit or miss state. You know, it has a lot of.
You got that dark magic. Mullets are not frowned upon. Not frowned upon at all. It's actually the go-to.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's just a goatee for the back of your neck, son. I was just there, man. I was just there in Louisiana this weekend.
Doing shows?
Yeah, no, crawfish boil, hanging out with family. What happened, man?
The shows down there go, I'm assuming since you're a hometown boy, the shows down there are pretty crunk.
Well, no, it's not that good, man. It's like, you know.
Is New Orleans a good spot for comedy?
No. And I filmed my comedy special down there, and it was
You fucked up,
I fucked up.
Why'd you do it down there?
I just thought, like, I was excited. You know, my family will get to see it, and everybody will get to come. It'll be easy for my family to come, my friends to come.
Is this the Netflix one?
Yeah. And they just didn't. I mean, the production company was not good, but it was, it just, the audience didn't know they didn't know what was going on. One lady was all dressed out in LSU shit. You know, and she's yelling defense half of the show.
What the fuck?
They had to throw her out.
Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
I feel like the hometown's not the way to go to shoot a special.
It wasn't. It wasn't, man. So
I get both.
yeah. I think that sometimes, like I drove past Tiffany Lane's bowling alley yesterday on Highway 190, and I lost my virginity back there. You
Really?
know? Yeah.
Who was the young lady? Or woman?
It was a girl.
How old?
Yeah, we were both children, and that's legal. Wait, or did I almost? I think I almost drowned. That's what happened. So yeah, I was almost a victim. I almost drowned.
Well, did you save your own life?
No, I didn't. A man saved me, dude. A fucking dude, bro. This topless guy jumps in, right? I did not even want him to save me. The second I saw the dude who saved me, I was fucking so embarrassed.
What do you mean topless guy? Was it a
He was
lifeguard?
a topless guy.
Well,
No.
like most guys
He was
are
a guy at a
topless.
beach. He was at the beach, but the way he was built, he just looked topless.
He had no top.
It was a lower.
How long
It
were
was
you
just
underwater
legs.
for you to confuse the fact that you saved somebody's
Like
life?
40 seconds, man. Me and my sister were under there. And then years later, I remember him coming back to our house all drunk one night and saying, I saved y'all. I fucking saved y'all. We're like, wow. We didn't even fucking remember who he was, dude. We're like, bro, we're trying to get molested by this trucker over here, okay? Give us some space. Yeah, dude, I was in Louisville one time. I came out of a show. They had a big group in a limousine. They invited me to go to an after party with them, right? I was like, I'm only coming if my boy can come. And they're like, who's your boy? And I'm like, Cedric. They had a brother nearby, right, wearing this Louis Vuitton jacket, dude. Probably about 60% homeless, right? And they're like, that's your boy? And I hadn't even talked to this dude, right? I was like, yeah, that's my boy. And like, all right, he can come. So I fucking walk over to him, look him right in the eyes. And I was like, what's up, man? I'm Theo. He's like, Cedric. And I was like, all right, dude, I told these people you're my friend. You ever been in a limousine? He's like, nah. I was like, all right, come get in with us. Just act like you're my friend, right? We're going to a party. He's like, all right, man. So we go in the limo, bro. We're in there, hot chicks, dudes, people fucking. Little Cedric kept saying, we're friends. That's what he kept saying out loud, right? Kind of fucking not the best actor, bro. But did we get to this house party? It's a nice, cool fucking party, bro. I'm downstairs. I'm in the kitchen. Somebody's making us a drink. I'm talking to somebody. Fucking 6 minutes later, I hear a fucking somebody scream. I hear a window break, right? Somebody comes running down. They said some dude just stole like 4 purses out of the coat room upstairs and fucking jumped out a window.
That would have been me, Doug.
And that was fucking LeCedric, bro.
So you would go to Nashville and do the show half of the year from Nashville and half the year from here? Or how do you want to do it? Yeah?
Yeah, just keep the studio here, keep my apartment here, and then just be there for probably about like 60% of the month, you know?
And then would you just do your show? Would you do the one with Brendan Sclab? Would you do that one too or no?
I would do that one, yeah. I don't know if that one would go forever. I mean, my own one will be one that I'm always going to do. But yeah, for now, we'll keep doing King of the Singing. It's just when I come back, we'll record 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
He's a snake charmer now, that guy.
I mean,
is he sponsored by bicycles? It's like I can't not see a bike post, and Segura's now into bikes. Now it's like a crossover thing. You don't bike, do you?
Well, it's just one thing to the next. Oh, I'm gonna sell you coffee. I'm gonna sell you neckwear.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna sell you.
He's like a traveling salesman.
Yeah, CBD oil, dude. I remember when Brendan told me that him and his buddies found a CBD mine somewhere, and I was like, "What?
Underground CBD oil, bro? It's plentiful. It's just pouring out. Estonia."
I was like, "Look, bro, that's not the angle you want to take if you're gonna try to sell this thing, okay?"
He's unbelievable, though. He could sell ice to Eskimos. He's so good at finding stuff. You know how many people buy thick boy gear? It's insane.
Yeah, everything.
It's so many. My dad has a thick boy shirt. My dad's like, we're starting to bike. We just want to get out and just we want to be thick boys. Trying to find snakes in Chicago. This dude.
You know, I grew up around some fucking real crazy poor white people. You know, the dude they had a dude in our town, no arms, used to fucking fight everybody. You know that dude. You know what I'm saying? He'd get you in that lurch. He would catch you with between his chin and his chest. He would fucking snack you like a snake.
We were talking about this dude.
His boy Gert was his name. And he would just get you like that, bruh. And he'd choke you down.
He had no arms.
No arms at all. And he'd fight anybody, dude. And he would choke you.
So if you went to punch him, how would he block?
Oh, bro. He'd spin out of it. He'd spin, he'd duck, he'd dodge. The dude he just...
And would he catch your hand with his neck?
Huh?
Would he catch your hand?
He would just lurch at you. And, bro, the thing is, here was the...
Oh, you know what? If he hits you with that shoulder, you're going down.
Yeah, part of it. The
Because
big move was that choke. He would catch you like this.
Where would he catch you? Your hand?
In your neck. He would catch you neck to neck.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, once he got you neck to neck, Gert Yuva, the whole family was fucking.
He could choke you out.
Psychos, bro. Brother had sharpened half of his teeth on one side of his mouth, dude. These people would fuck you up. One of the kids was in a wheelchair, they never taught him to walk, I think. I don't even think he was crippled. They just never taught him to walk. And so the other brother would carry him on his back everywhere, like a backpack, dude, and didn't even give a fuck.
Maybe it's good these people are away from society. An entire family?
No shirts, bro. Whole family, zero shirts.
No, those people don't wear shirts.
I remember I got on a school bus one day, and the man didn't even take us to school. He just drove us around, and
Fuck off.
swear to God, and then just drove us back home eventually.
What's wrong with him?
He didn't say anything either.
Probably drunk.
And when at a certain point,
He
you
likes
don't
to
ask.
shout.
Yeah, I've thought about it some. I mean, I've dated a little bit here and there within the industry, but yeah, well, I'll tell you this. I mean, so yesterday I go to these adult meetings sometimes for adults, and
What do you mean?
just like adult meetings where people get together, spend time together.
Like AA?
I don't know if it's AA really, but it's
You work for
probably
the CIA, bro?
in that vein. No.
He's always very like with dating, these adult meetings.
He's like an international
You talking
assassin.
about? You talking about AA? You got an alcohol problem? What are you talking about here?
I mean, I don't drink, so I'll say that. I
So
don't drink.
vague. All right, but go on.
Okay.
But anyway, so I met
Super
this
sexual.
girl, right? I met this sweet gal that I'd seen her for a couple weeks, really been longing for, probably in my brain, right?
Long.
So I get her name, I get her number yesterday, right? Well, then some straight up skis, some girl just throwing that butt around on Snapchat, right? Send me this, says, I don't have your number, right? So I give her my number on Snapchat. I'm alone at home in the evening. I'm lonesome. I give this girl my number. You don't have any food in there. I have a little bit of London broil meat.
Okay.
And
Just meat.
and just meat. And when you're eating just meat, your brain gets real limbic. You know, you drop into primal time.
Real limbic, man.
Just that London broil too. That ain't the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's not
a
real.
tough-
It's a tougher end of the
It's
meat.
a scrapple. It's a scrapple.
It's the hip, I think. It's the hip of meat. But what happened was, so then the Snapchat girl texts. When I got the girl's number that I really think like,
Might have been the one.
oh yeah, I got her number and I just put my name in and I texted her my name right in front of her, right that way. Boom.
Nothing creepy about that.
Nothing creepy.
Gentleman.
Natural, normal. I was a gentleman in the conversation.
Southern gentleman.
Everything was good. I'll see you later, young Shah, you know? And then, though, later, so the Snapchat girl texts me. I thought she texted me. It wasn't. It was the girl that I liked. A few hours later wrote, I'm going to put you inside. Here, I'll read.
God damn it.
This is the thirsty Snapchat girl.
No, this ain't. This is the girl he likes.
Yeah, no, but the thirsty Snapchat girl texted me. Thought it was the one that he likes.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, this is the girl who I liked texting me back. I
Okay.
thought the thirsty Snapchat girl was texting me.
Fuck, this is already bad.
She wrote, cool, you are going in my Rolodex, right? That's what she wrote. So I thought it's a Snapchat girl. She'd asked me for my number. I said, I want to go in more than that. Creeping.
Damn it!
Turning it in.
Damn it!
And I'll tell you what it is, man. I'm alone by myself at night, and I'm just...
Rock hard.
God damn it! That's a
No, not rock hard. Soft and just agitated.
Lonely.
So wait, so now that worst thing you can do.
And I had London broil. And I did have a yogurt too, but I was saving that for later. That was going to be like my nighttime adventure.
That's gonna be your nighttime
My
cat.
nighttime adventure, he said.
So what happened? What'd she respond?
So
Nothing.
she wrote, "Do tell, go on."
Oh,
So now I think it's definitely now I have
Now
no
it's on.
Now in my head, no, I have no doubt it's a Snapchat girl. I still
sure.
think it's a Snapchat girl.
Yeah.
I have not brought to the realization that this is the girl that I
although she's into it, she's game.
maybe
That's a game response.
Maybe.
Do tell, go
When you
on.
say go, I want to be in more than that. Maybe she's thinking, oh,
Yeah.
you want to take me a nice dinner, maybe a steak and maybe a kiss, not a dick suck.
Yeah, or maybe I want to peel that rump apart.
Nope, no. Too
right, I
much.
don't
Too
know.
much. Too much.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
I want to. So anyway, as I'm picking a little bit of London broil out of my mouth, dude, and feeling probably with meat in your mouth, you feel more
Carnivorous,
and also more, I got
Tribal.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, tribal.
tribal. I
Yeah,
like
tribal, dude. How to patch a meat in your mouth?
Primal.
There you go.
Primal.
She goes, do tell, go on. I said, inside of your body, right? Because I want to go in more than that.
I feel like you're better than that, but carry on.
Oh, I do too.
You could have been a little more descriptive there.
Bro, this isn't me doing this. This is the dark arts that are inside of me coming out. And that doesn't mean a black man at a theater That means the other side of it, where your
The voodoo
emotions.
side.
Yeah, just me feeling lonesome and being.
You and Arsema might be dating pretty soon because I'm liking this whole connection.
Arsema? That's
Yeah,
you?
she's Ethiopian princess.
Ethiopian, yeah. Addis Ababa. I stopped at Addis Ababa one time.
Really?
Yeah, met some nice people there. Had some good flatbread. Let me finish this up real quick.
Please.
So then I said, I want to go in more than that. So she goes, do tell, go on. I said, inside of your body, then wherever you want me. That's what I creep in with at this line, right? She goes, wow, that's how you roll, huh? Wasting no time. So at this point, I'm like, why would the Snapchat girl say that? You know, she's just showing me like pictures of her butt and like pictures of like her dirty bedroom.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just realized who this was. I don't even know what to say. And that's when we had a conversation about it.
Well, that's cool.
Did you explain the situation?
I tried, but here's the explanation.
You kind of fucked yourself. Here's the thing. I mixed this up. I thought you were this raging whore who was going to come over, share this London broil, and I was going to fuck you.
Yeah.
But it turns out you're actually really nice, and this is the real me.
Yeah, I like you.
But here, I'm going to put on an act, and I would have taken you out to dinner and kind of bought you drinks, and who knows what it could have led to.
I don't know what.
So is that over?
4 for the toe, and we'll get a 6-pack. 2 6-packs, and we'll bring up the fucking
you can't have any fun anymore. I remember, the first time I went, dude, it was eating. I remember a couple of lesbians brought me back to their apartment, and I ended up stealing a sex toy out of there because I got a little bit keyed up on some cocaine and got nervous, but you could have fun, though.
Did you sniff it and jerk off? Is that why you stole the sex toy?
Dude, well, here's what I went over these.
I used to steal chicks' panties.
Oh, bro. I would steal something every time.
On the way home, I'd jerk off in the panties and throw them out of the fucking car like a savage.
Dude, okay, bro, one time I was with this girl and I was so drunk, bro. She was driving us and I had to puke so bad and I just took my hat off my head, filled it, just vomited right into it, right? Just threw it right out the window and just kept talking to her like nothing had happened, bro.
I didn't have porn as a kid. I didn't even have magazines. I'm at a cover of this female rapper in Mercedes. She was bent over like a Cadillac. I'd jack off to that all the time. Yeah. She had a fat
but you remember
ass.
when you jack off when you were young? I mean, I remember if I saw I remember my buddy's mom had a brassiere one time that she would leave hanging in the bathroom, and I'd just go in there and
the brassiere.
Oh, bro, I would tie it around my fucking face so that each cup came over. Right,
some weird
left
shit.
a little bit of nose, but the nostrils were covered. So just the middle.
Oh, this
just that nape.
it's almost like that Versace, the Killing Versace shit. Where
what's that? Your nose taint? What is this thing? That little part?
Your septum.
No, it's your naint, isn't it?
A little bit. A little bit. You'd cover up so you can almost restrict your breathing.
Oh, bro. So I had to breathe solely through these fucking these straight up titty
booby
shields.
holders.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what you used to like, huh?
Those fucking milk holsters, bro. I could smell the milk. I could smell the skin. I could smell the nipple. I could smell the children. I could smell all the years of my buddy growing up.
What the fuck, bro?
I could smell it all, dude.
Wow.
And it would go straight into my head.
Creepy.
And dude, I would jerk sometimes when I was young, when I'd masturbate, I'd pass out.
So did you do like the open mic circuit in LA?
Yeah, started doing open mics here.
Like at Marty's or where? Like at the Comic Meltdown and stuff?
No, they had a place over on the west side of town I lived.
Yeah.
I was sleeping under, a buddy of mine had a bed, and I was sleeping under his bed for $150 a month.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes even in his bed sometimes. When he would be out of town or when he would leave for work, I'd climb up into his bed, dude. And I've never been heavily homosexual, but I will say this, that there's nothing really gayer than getting into a man's warmth after he's already left the room, and climbing up into his bed. A man you don't even really know that much, but still catching that hit off of his temperature,
That's funny.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
You go over to somebody's house, dude, who you don't know that much, and when they leave the room and get out of their bed, you get into their bed. That shit'll make
You never told him that, though.
That shit'll make a man out of you fast, dude, or it won't. But you find out who's who pretty quick when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
How is it that every time I go to Subway, there's a roach somewhere crawling around, but I still get a sandwich? That's what I want.
I don't fuck with Subway, bro.
Oh, I used to.
Ever since Jared started jacking off in the mayonnaise and shit and molesting kids, I'm out, bro.
I don't know if he did that.
No,
did
he did. Oh, it's confirmed.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's in prison right now for it.
Dude,
He was jacking off with the ham.
This is a true story. I could see that. I mean, ham will make anybody want to come. But I'll also say this, that his sister gave me a BJ, and this is probably about 16 years ago in the French Quarter in Louisiana.
For reals?
Yep.
Did you know it's Jared's sister?
Yeah.
And you say, take that pipe.
I didn't, dude.
Oh, really?
Take that pipe,
Are you a
dude?
fan of Jared?
Are these sound
Are
like...
you a fan of... Was she thick
is this
like
Double
Jared?
Dragon? This sounds like lines you would use her in a fight in that Double Dragon video game. Yeah, that was one of the weapons. Was a
or
pipe.
any you porn video you've ever watched. What Double Dragon were you playing, bro?
I'm off porn right now,
You're talking about
man.
TC Surfing Sport. That's that video game, Take the Pipe.
Yeah, I'm almost 48 hours.
Damn, look at his sister, bro.
Yep.
She busted. Damn, you're struggling.
She wasn't busted.
God damn, bro. You fucked Matilda.
She doesn't like Matilda.
Damn, bro. That looks like Matilda. That looks like Matilda's mom, bro.
Are you...
She has a bob cut.
Dude, you look...
I'd rather get a blowjob from Jared.
Dude, you look like a lesbian golf pro, dude. You fucking look horrible right now.
Bro, you fucked Jared's sister.
What are you talking about, dude?
You gave her a foot long. You gave Jared's sisters a foot
Bro,
long.
you look like an assistant coach that gets a table at the club, all right? Get your fucking life together.
Bro.
I got to correct. That was bad Googling. That was his ex-wife.
Oh, thank God.
The Matilda-looking woman.
Well, oddly, she looks vaguely familiar. That's the tough part. Don't touch me, dude.
Come on, bro. Dap it up.
No, I'm not
No, I'm
dapping
giving
it
you
up.
props for fucking Jared's sister.
Dude.
In the mouth.
Oh, what are you talking about, bro?
Dude, you fucked Jared's
Dude, go look at some of the
sister
people
in
you
the
fought.
mouth.
Bro, I watched some of your fighting videos the other day. One of them's you just beating up a fucking... You're a security guard. You're beating up a fat guy at a mall.
Bro, so one thing people don't know about the mushroom show is, so I rolled out of there late, bro. I was supposed to be early on that show. And I get in my car, dude, and I see all the dashboard lights and my car ain't even on yet. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm on some mushrooms, you know? That's when you know you're on mushrooms, dude, when the street lights are on, but they're not even on yet. You're like, damn, I'm seeing a lot of extra electricity, you know, a lot of free electricity from God. So anyway, I get over there. I get over there and I remember walking down the hallway and shaking somebody's hand, and I felt like they took my hand. And I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm not, I'm feeling pretty squirrely if I feel like I shook somebody's hand and they took my hand with them when they walked off. So I said, I'm having some weird feelings right now. But so the set at the Improv was crazy. But then I went to the Comedy Store. And that's, I think, when the vegetables started to rattle inside of me, because I get over there and I go on stage, and Adam E gets over there and he's worried about something, he's just fucking Hebrewing out over there, the fucking living legend Adam E, he's fucking concerned or whatever, and so I just tell him everything's gonna be okay. Get over there, get on stage, and some guy near the front was in a what's that thing called? It's like if you're handicapped, but it's like a little it's like they push you. It's like a
wheelchair, like a paraplegic wheelchair, like one
wheelchair. Yeah. Sorry, wheelchair. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. Yeah, wheelchair. So this guy's in a wheelchair, and it has a little squeak on it, bro. And I'm fucking, sometimes when you're on mushrooms, some sounds are amplified and shit. So I'm on stage, and the wheelchair makes a little squeak, and I thought somebody was making a funny noise and making fun of me. That's where my head went. So I stopped my joke. I said, what'd you say, man? I got in this negative place, and the guy's just laughing. This guy could barely, the last muscle he got's working is his throat muscles, and he's fucking chuckling with him. You know what I'm saying? This dude's 90% to heaven. This dude, he got nothing, bro. But for some reason, whenever he laughed, it made one of the nuts or bolts in the wheelchair wasn't tight, and it made it squeak. And when I heard that squeak, I thought somebody was saying something and making fun of me. So I kept stopping the show and accusing this wheelchair guy or something. And this guy could barely this guy couldn't get a mouthful of milk down if you gave him 2.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep roasting this dude and ripping into him. And it was, thank God that set isn't on recording, because that shit went downhill fast, brother. It's basically a half hour.
But you pulled it off.
Yelling at a fucking rescue guy, bro. It was bad, man.
First time my buddy got some trim, right? We were at this dance, and my buddy ended up, touching this gal's vagina after the dance. And we all were sitting around this fire at his house later. And so he's like, telling everybody what happened. And my buddy's dad came out, right, and heard it and kept smelling my buddy's fingers. Them always standing out by the fire, dude, for probably like 40 minutes.
But so they're just throwing rocks at you? While you're trying
Yeah,
to
people were throwing
nuts?
rocks. People were excited,
And that's how they celebrate?
Some of these kids,
Yeah,
people
get him, Theo. Get him, bro. The fuck?
Come on, buddy. Get in there. We had one handicapped kid, and he always said, get in there no matter what you were doing, dude.
Get in there.
They could be like dropping somebody at a funeral in town into the grave. And he
Get in there.
Get in there. He would always say that, and he would recite some like AC/DC lyrics every now and then. He had a mental condition.
Yeah.
And so that boy would go off.
What this girl told me made me hate her parents. Because, again, I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck about what you do. But for you to drag your kids down the dark cave, what's up, buddy?
That's fucked up.
What's going on, buddy? You all right over there? You all right over there? You want to go outside and get some air?
I'm okay.
Tell me the truth. You want to go outside and get some air?
Damn, dude.
Let me do some fucking. Let me do some fucking call and shout outs here, and we'll wrap this motherfucker.
Yeah, there we go.
up.
I think that's the idea.
He's feeling fucked up. No, don't start. Let him get electrocuted. It's all right. We need somebody to get electrocuted on the show.
I got electrocuted when I was younger, man. Actually, you know who saved me, bro? I think it's a brother saved me, man. And I don't know if you're out there.
Would you stop already? You got electrocuted.
Yeah, at the fair. At the fair, they used to let us. They used to let us come in a day early to the fair and test the rides. We didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know we were guinea pigs. 30 cents. Get on the rides. Please on the ones and twos now. Like a fucking. You look like a fucking Eminem. I'm not afraid. Damn. Machine Gun Kelly.
Lee, you want some air, dog? Is it time for you to get some air, Lee? Lee, we don't give a fuck. We don't hold
the fucking cannon hit Lee.
I think I can get up. So.
Yeah, you can get up. You need help to get up and go get some air. You're not gonna vomit on the fucking table, are you?
No, I'm okay.
The cannon hit Lee, man.
Lee finally said, fuck it. We went out 3 nights in a row. He had me doing mushrooms on a Monday night.
But you're so lonely. Why, man?
Yeah, it's been lonesome, man. Well, I'm trying to stay off of masturbation,
It's
What do you
tough.
think about when you masturbate?
I think about, honestly, now at this point, I think a little bit about some kind of sexual ideas, But then I think about how bad I'm going to feel after I'm done masturbating.
Really? Why do you feel
I'm
bad?
basically masturbating to light shame.
To light shame.
Are you
man.
are you a porno guy? You watch like Red Tube or whatever the fuck these days?
I've been out there, man. I've been it's nasty out there.
It is nasty.
It's nasty, dude. I was just talking about this on my podcast. It's nasty. Some of these videos and people doing all these butt activities and everything. And
Butt activities. You know what the thing is?
They
though?
are.
Like you just got to. It's constantly escalating. Like everyone's trying to one up each other in the porn industry.
I don't want to be in it
They
anymore.
are, aren't they?
It's just too
They
much.
sure are.
I don't need 7 guys.
No. Yeah.
What happened to just one-on-one?
It's unbelievable.
Why does there have to be a gangbang every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so
It's
rough.
like whack-a-mole, too. If you see some of those gangbangs,
Oh, my
dude, that
God.
shit gets to... It's like urban whack-a-mole on
really
some of them. And Andrew Santino has the best joke. He talks about how a lot of black gentlemen always have their sneakers on during pornography.
And socks.
That's aggressive.
I
dude.
never thought of that.
Why do
shit.
they? For grip? You used to really rail at home?
Grip and probably
Bro.
athlete's foot is rampant.
He used to do this bit about Denny's and how much I hated Denny's, right?
It's on your special.
It's on my special, right? So anyway, I was like, I wish somebody would shoot up a fucking Denny's, right? That's what I would say. Dude, some kid puts in the comments, he goes, man, he puts a link to a YouTube clip. He goes, man, my dad actually got shot up at a fucking Denny's. He goes, somebody walked in with a gun and shot everybody in the place.
1 star.
He goes, but I still love this bit that you do. And that was beautiful, bruh. Here I am joking about it. He said it really happened. He lost his father right next to a fucking grill, bro. Right next to a griddle. You know what? You got you know, two brothers back there fucking sword fighting with spatulas, probably hopped up on fucking methamphetamines, you know.
But good news, Theo Vaughn just stopped in to say hello. He goes, I'm just going to bother you guys. And he's here to do just a couple things. I guess he's going to do a couple of impressions. Theo, can you do, I think you have a Chris D'Elia impression.
Dude, you just burst in here.
Is that the Chris D'Elia? That's so good, dude. Jeez, that's so
man.
Is that Chris?
Is it Chris here?
His hair's longer than mine and different.
True.
I swear to God, for a second, I thought that was Chris D'Elia. I was so on it. Now, what would be? Can you do an impression of, like, say, me?
Let me see, Brian Callens.
Yeah,
Brian Callens.
Romania, my cousin, the beekeeper.
God, that's
man. I don't.
That's amazing. Romania and beekeeper. I say a lot.
I thought it was Brian for a second. I thought, are there 2 Callens in this room?
Why were you going like this with your fingers? You were pushing them up in the air, like
holding the world up.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's got to do it, cause Brendan.
Okay, that's so good.
It's almost like Andy Kaufman.
What, dude, that's always does it. He's like 9 legs when he comes in here.
He's like an octopus.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what he does.
Hold my leg, Brendan.
Do you have a Brendan impression?
Let me see.
This is so impressive.
I mean, it's spot on, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad about it.
Wow.
Dude.
Black Rifle Coffee. Fancy shoes.
Well, that was dude.
I'll be at Cobb's this Friday and Saturday.
Is that me?
Yes.
Is that
dude,
me?
That's it. Do you feel like you just heard yourself? I was literally like, Brendan?
You should put on Saturday Night Live now.
Nah, but you're beautiful, man. You're a good guy.
I appreciate it, man.
You seem like a really good guy, and I'm happy that you found a lady that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember seeing you guys laugh and just like being like goofy and just seemed like I was like, man, these 2 kids are. Hopefully, they don't have a child, you know, because this child's going to be mentally handicapped. But I also remember, because where I'm from, if you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops on them. And that was a rule when I was young, and that's true, dude. That's true. If you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops immediately because once 2 mentals don't make a non-mental. Right. You know, rarely do they. And it's a risk, and it's high risk, low reward. That's what they call that. Yeah, I'm at the Hard Rock Roxino in Cleveland. It's actually in the burbs, man. Hard Rock Roxino in Cleveland, Northfield, it's called. June 3rd through the 5th. And then I'm at Punchline in Atlanta, June 9th through the 12th. You catch me on Doug Benson's podcast. I'll be on his podcast there, too. I think they're taping that there. Then I'm going to the beach with my family. We'll be down there in fucking St. Joe's. I don't know if it's Alabama or Florida, dude. It's going to be fucked up. I'll be vlogging a little bit of that. I dropped a vlog on YouTube. You can check it out. It's called This Past Weekend. And I'll be with my family. And then that's it, man. Am I fucking just saying crazy shit now? I'm so fucked up. In July, I'll be in... You're
like, man, next May I'm going to be at the barbecue.
I'll be eating pizza.
At least
I'm just going through my calendar, dog.
Jesus Christ.
Quit,
Give
dude.
me 2 dates. He whips out the fucking... He whips out the webpage. He starts dropping dates in fucking... in 2018.
Look at the producer, dude.
He's doing a tour with Margaret Cho in 2018.
I'll be giving blood.
And this other poor fucking Zombo. Go get some hair already, you fuck. You gotta sit there, like a Buddhist who's been shot.
Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
Yeah.
I feel like you get in some weird shit in Amsterdam.
We went to a sex show. I took my girlfriend over there, and we went and watched this sex show. And it was, the main stars were out. I guess it was like a flu going around, and so they had some real third stringers on the wheel.
They had the B team.
Oh, dude, they had the fucking water boy and his female cousin in there. You know, I mean, this is something in your country they probably would have ate these people, Chin Yun. But here's what I'm saying is that it was like a lazy Susan, right? And so you get in a little room that are all around this lazy Susan, and your little room has a window that faces.
Wait, what's a lazy Susan?
A lazy Susan's like a thing that spins around that your grandmother had, like if you opened her drawer.
Okay.
And you would spin it.
Yeah. So there's windows all around this lazy Susan.
Yeah, there's windows all around this lazy Susan. And you go in and you get your little booth and you can go stand in there and watch it through your window to see the lazy Susans. So you can see a few other people kind of vaguely who are in their windows.
You can't see them doing like jacking off or nothing.
You can't see them, but you can guess that they're probably jacking off.
Okay.
And then you can see it a little bit in your head, in your imagination.
Yeah, and then what was going on the...
So I was in there. It's too fucking... I mean, it was like the guy could barely even fuck, dude. It was like he had just won like a fuck drawing somewhere that he never thought he would win, but he did all the entries. And it was like he was fucking somebody. It was like he was fucking somebody he knew he wasn't supposed to be fucking, It's like the first couple of times, like you ever pierce yourself, but you don't put it all the way through the first time. You just kind of keep checking for where it's okay. That was this dude, bro. It was like.
You just trying to figure it out on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
He has a crowd.
He was just working freelance, man.
And the girl was not hot?
Oh, the girl was not hot, bro. And then here's the crazy thing. Then I didn't want to watch him fuck.
No, I wouldn't either.
You have to stay in your little cage until
he finishes?
No, please no. Please no, dude.
Please no.
Well, I don't want that.
I thought those were the rules, son.
No, you just have to stay in there until there's a certain amount of time. I think it's 3 minutes, and you get in there before your door open up.
Oh, thank God.
So then you're like locked into watching these people fuck, dude. And it got harrowing, man. Oh. I was like cheering at first for somebody, and then I wasn't. And then I just it's like when you don't want to watch the game anymore.
Yeah, you're just over it. You're like, turn this shit off.
Before they even had child pornography, when children were just not, doing that. And they had somebody one time when I was in college sent me a picture of two old men, and they were naked in a room. I remember getting this email.
Oh, Lemon Party. I've probably seen the same image.
And they had a kid like sitting on a bed.
No, I haven't seen that image.
Right? And in my mind, I'd never thought about old people and children and sex, or anything wild like that. Wait. So I remember seeing it and be like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. But I remember seeing it and be like, what a crazy idea. Like, everybody is naked, and so like life is naked. This is just it's almost like an art. Like this is how people, it's like this is when they're old and this is when they're young and these guys are, watching TV or whatever, I thought. So I sent it to everybody I knew. I was like, guys, this is so silly. And dude, I remember like 2 years later running into an ex-girlfriend and she goes, well, what have you been up to with your life, right? She goes, yeah, well, nobody will forget that time that you sent that picture of two old men and a naked kid to everybody. You don't think I have talent? Well, let's see if I do,
Right, yeah.
So then I just got into stand-up, and I always like making people laugh. Like I used to do a similar thing when I was a child. At the lunch table, we'd get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, and we get there and sit them to make them drink milk. And then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face, And if you get some straight up just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude. That's America right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here, I almost blew the throat out of this one boy.
Yeah.
Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot, T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged, but also easy for him to spell. And I'm not joking, that's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name was Todd?
Yeah, dude. Why are you so laughing at him?
It's just a funny sounding name, that's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Like an eighth of an ounce in his chest plate, bro. You can't even make a wish on their bones, There's nothing in there.
Where do you get all those hamsters from?
Well, they breed them in our town. I used to work for this group. They used to sell tattooed hamsters and guinea pigs after...
They tattoo them?
Yeah, they used to brand them with concerts and raves. They would say it's tattooed just to make people not be as sad about it. but it was a brand, bro. A brand, bro.
Of what?
With like a heat and ink, bro.
For what? Like, what did it say?
311, Green Day, anything like of different bands that were coming to town. Toadies. Swear to God, bro. Toadies, Acid Bath. Who else? Rave. Whatever, bro. We used to truck these hamps into the city and fucking vend them, bro. We did, man. Because there wasn't much work in our town, dude. You know, you had to get what you could get, and they had a man that bred hamsters. And then they had to do the tattoos, and they fucking met up, and that was a merger. That's big business, you know. And they started
a merger.
They started doing it.
Man, I got me some 300 mouse in my house and shit. And some other guy's like, you know what, man? I'm a pretty good tattoo artist.
That's Louisiana.
And that's it. A merger is formed.
That means someone listening to this right now has had a hamster with like a band label on it. Like,
who the fuck buys a hamster? Listen, if I went to a concert, do you think I'm bringing a hamster home with fucking AC/DC? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be fucked up the whole night with this hamster in my pocket.
But when you leave, Coco, when you leave the place, that's when we get you, bro. You get it there. Hey, people are leaving. They're on ecstasy pills. They're on Molly. You leave. You get that fucking hams. You get that warm little piece of God in their hands. They buy it every time. I really feel like I grew up in the stray animal belt of Louisiana, and they don't really have this anymore because everybody has pets now. But they had a long time where there was just, I felt like thousands of strays running around. Like Joey Diaz, he got bit by animals. I got jumped by a bunch of cats on my birthday once, dude. I'm not even joking, dude. And one of them, I swear to God, some of them got me on the ground, and one of them came off a fucking rooftop from next door. I swear to God, I still remember a couple of them were getting me and looking back and seeing one come from something in the air. And they had tons of stray animals where I was from. You had to infuse that in everything you did, wherever you went, or if you were going to bike or play ball.
I got jumped by a bunch of
cats. And that'll make you feel like a little bitch, too. I mean, first of all, your dad's dying. And now there's cats jumping you. It's just really...
So wait, let's talk about... I mean, I don't know...
Do you guys sleep in the same bed or not?
What?
What?
Is this real?
Yeah.
Why would you ask
that? Is this real? Yeah, what? We've been married for 1,000,000 years.
Yeah.
15
Exactly.
years.
Yeah, then you go on tour with it. So...
Okay.
Yeah, like I got Richmond. We got a bunch of cities. We've been on tour most of this fall.
Okay.
So most of the weekend.
And you shoot all of them, and then...
No. You just shoot a couple nights in one place for the special.
And you wear the same Do you wear the same outfit?
Yeah, you get same outfit but different items.
Like
different
props.
No, one shirt, same shirt. You know what I'm saying?
So like two of the same.
Yeah, two of the same
You're
shirt.
not because you're not all sweaty from the night before.
Yeah, dude. I mean, does one of us have autism? This is the most insane communication I've been in. Two of the same shirts.
I mean, you gotta give it to him like a riddle. He was like sitting there like, all right, I have one shirt, but it's the same, but it's two.
Twice.
Yeah.
No, I have two shirts the same that are one. It's like, answer now, you fucking die.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, but
we're not doing well, man. I used to be into like powerlifting and everything, dude. I used to be jacked back in the day.
Really?
I was an animal, dude. I was fucking.
Were you on them
sprinkling
steroids?
protein powder under my.
Were you on them steroids though?
I was on steroids for a while when I was young, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You were on steroids?
Testosterone, something. Yeah.
You just started to run a stack just to get jack?
Yeah, it was like a southern stack. It was like testosterone and like Crisco or something.
I was gonna say gravy, fucking test and gravy, deca D-ball and fucking fried chicken.
Bad, dude. Yeah. Oh, I was so jacked.
And Mountain Dew Red,
dude. I was so jacked at one point. I couldn't use Q-tips in my ears because I couldn't get my.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there pictures online of this?
I don't know. There might be, man.
Fucking find that shit.
It might be.
You were just doing it just to try it out, or what?
I mean, if you want to really know, when I really think back on what I was doing.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I was just.
How old were you, first of all?
Yeah, I was. Let me see. 17 or 18. Nope, it was after that. Okay. That's when I got involved in this damn cult.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Is that a real cult?
Yeah, bro.
Are you not on set there?
That's out in Reseda, dude.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Why are you doing
Looking
that?
for the Lord, brother. What do you think I was doing? Same thing you probably were. But,
Hey, man. What are you...
Yeah, bro. Whatever, dude. You never hung around black people? Things happen, bro.
No. Bro, it looks like you're in, like, Africa there.
Yeah, I
hanging out
wasn't,
with the
dude. I was
Aborigines.
probably out east of Santa Clarita.
And you were just trying to blend in?
Just an adult. Yeah, dude, it's rural. It gets pretty rural out there.
How long were you out there?
Oh, dude, long enough, bro. Long enough to catch the sweats, you know? Long enough to put a warp zone in your spirit. I was out there, dude, eating fucking dolphin dandruff, doing dope. Out there, boy. Playing Color Me Mine with my own body. Living out there, boy. Making pottery out of my dick. But I'll tell you this, man. What were we talking about? Oh, steroids.
Oh, steroids. Before you were in a cult.
Yeah, man.
Damn, doing dick pottery.
Dude, I've been in some
Aborigines.
That's the dark arts, bro. I've been in the dark arts.
You've been in some dark places, man.
Dude.
There's some Theo darkness there, bro.
I think you would have made a good BMX rider.
Really, dude? Thanks, man. I get so scared sometimes if I'm going real fast on wheels. You know, that shit freaks me out, man. Because I'll start daydreaming, you know, and I'm like, fuck.
Really?
Yeah, it's a tough mix. But
It's a good feeling. You ever go on one of those motorized scooters around here? You said you're Ubering. You ever take the birds of the limes?
Every morning to the
That's
gym,
so
boy.
good, right?
So good. Dude, the tough part, though, I got real lean calves, you know, because a lot of my family, my great-grandfather didn't even have legs, so you got to expect that, you know, I'm going to have lean calves. We're just still sprouting them out,
Yeah,
you know?
You're still working on the family lineage of
Dude,
having
it'll be
legs.
another 3 generations before we got some fucking, you know, beefy low pieces in our genes.
How far is the gym, though, on the bird?
It's 1 mile.
Okay.
But it's nice, man. I roll up fast on it now. And I started braking real hard right when I get there.
Right. Do a little skid?
Yeah,
you can't
little.
really do a skid on there, can you?
No, you can stop kind of aggressively.
You can kind of maybe kick it out a little bit. I don't know.
You got to make the sound with your mouth, but you can do it.
Yeah. No, I was on one downtown recently
Oh,
with one of my
damn,
friends.
bro.
Oh my god, it was so fun. But I whacked my fucking ankle. My ankle blew up. It looked like I had a baseball growing out of my ankle.
Yeah.
Those things are a little like, I can't believe that they just are letting like 60-year-old ladies hop on those potentially. Like, there's a lot of liability there.
Oh, I saw a lady get fucking really capped out over there off of Westwood Boulevard, bro. Groceries and everything.
Really?
You know? Dude, no joke. Some guy called 911 and yelled, "This bitch is down," right? I was like, okay. We've kind of devolved a little bit as a human species.
That's amazing. It's got to, like,
I
imagine
love
being that
that,
911 operator, hearing that. The bitch is down. Like, that's actually what she writes down in the fucking paperwork. Could happen.
Dude, could you imagine what 911 operators hear?
Yeah.
You know, you can text 911. I texted him one time. This ginger dude was bothering me.
What happened?
And
A
they,
ginger dude was bothering you. What do you mean by that?
yeah. And
Just on the street?
yeah, he was bothering me 100%, you know. And so I texted, "Hey, this ginger's bothering me," you know, to 911, and they hit me right back.
I haven't slept I've slept 3 hours in like 2.5 days. I'm a
Wow.
very bad sleeper.
Yeah, well, but you're very good at getting blown.
Do you sleep in a bed?
Yeah.
Where else do you think he might sleep?
It's Jim Norton, dude.
No, I guess you might ask the question.
In a cocoon? Who fucking knows, dude?
You're right.
In a strong man's arms.
Yes, in an apple.
Yeah, dude. In a fucking hammock in a dark tree.
No, you're right. I spend every morning with him. Sometimes I take things for granted. You should not be assuming things when you walk in the door.
Yeah, no.
Do you sleep in a bed? It's just an earnest question.
One of my favorite things to do is to see the pictures that you guys post on your show Instagram, and it's always like you're getting ready for the show, and then Jim is in like a Voldemort hood somewhere. And
I've got
no
all
joke,
my papers.
it makes my absolute life every day.
I got all my papers ready. I'm like, all right, it's showtime, baby. Let's do it. Let's knock one out of the park. And Jim, he does. He's got his Roots of Fight hoodie pulled over his head, just slumped over.
He's raising crows in his heart. I got two of my crazy memories. One time, some dude laughed so hard at the show, he came out of the closet to his buddies just right in front of him. Swear to God, he's just like, I'm gay! It like fucking literally like jarred something in his stem, you know? And his buddies are like, what the fuck, dude? It's right up by the front.
You made him laugh so hard, he just admitted he's gay.
One of his buddies spit milk or spilled it, not milk, beer.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gay!
Yeah. And his buddies are like, what the fuck, dude? And it was awkward because it seemed kind of real.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had people say a lot of stuff. You're like, that guy's retarded. But this guy seemed like he might have been honestly homosexual. And then the other time that I really bombed was, because I'm not trying to fucking, you know, bring in anybody to the other side of the sexual ledger, you know? But the other time that I really had a tough time was at University of South Florida or Central Florida, one or the other. And people are always like, well, which one was it? And I'm like, well, who gives a fuck which one it was?
I agree.
Yeah.
Same, right?
Yeah,
same, but different.
Yeah. No matter what, obviously I'm not in a cool city in Florida. But they brought me out and I bombed, dude. Bombed right in the beginning. I've been doing comedy like 3 years and I bombed. And it was this thing like Battle of the Bands for their school. They booed me off stage. It was like 800 people booed me. Some guy booed me with an American flag, like I wasn't American, you know? And I'm sure you've probably dealt with some of this shit. But it's like some guy like waving an American flag and booing, you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just going backstage, which is still America, you fucking Muppet. But
did you like wave?
Dude. Well, at first I thought he was supporting me. This is the worst part. So I saluted him, right? Even though I was never in ROTC, right? And I hated those fucking dudes. I didn't hate them, but it was like really a bunch of just like fucking closeted gay dudes at our school that were running around after school with wooden guns.
Yeah.
And you'd see them in the hallway like fucking taking cover and shit behind some lockers with wooden guns. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
They're just lost souls, man. Just trying to figure life out.
Yeah, dude, totally.
It's the only lane they fell in.
And one of them like got in trouble for sneaking a walkie-talkie in ROTC, you know? Because they're not supposed to have anything but wooden guns. God, and they were just watching the cheerleaders dance. They're just perverts.
Yeah.
But they had on like uniforms, you know?
The misfits in uniforms. Yeah.
So I saluted the dude, you know? But but he was like against me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Because then I was like, oh, yeah, we're buddies. And then he was fucking against me.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
So I had to go backstage. Well, what they didn't know was I was emceeing the evening. So I had to come back out on a stage 5 more times between each act and introduce the next act.
Every time you come on, would they boo?
Oh, they boo every time. Until the 4th time, it became so funny that they were doing it every time that then it like gave me a chance to like get back in their graces.
Yeah, you're
you
like,
know?
all right, cool, man.
Like I'd been pushed so far down. They're like, fuck no. So I've never related really with like redneck culture or anything like that, but we just grew up in like kind of like a rural white area kind of. So you get a lot of like, you know, people just bend in the rule like
y'all hunting, y'all get in the back of each other's pickup trucks and quads at 3 a.m. drinking beer, shooting guns down there.
No.
Oh, you're not.
We had like a lady down the street that was we had a lady down the street that would do substitute teaching. She was a substitute teacher, and she was like banging like a couple of the kids, and they were like also like mechanics, and then one of them would like get drunk and chase us around the church like field in his car, like in a sedan.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
I mean, not exact, like not. I guess like different than what you're saying exactly.
So, okay,
That's
but
a little
that's
different from the quad.
Yeah, but also like,
But it's a lot of it's almost like hunting really. Somebody's getting molested, somebody's hunting.
Yeah, all right.
There's a lot of like, there's some discrepancy, but you know, a lot of.
Was that the same guy that made you look at his ball from episode?
No, dude, we had this one guy. He used to give us maybe $4 or something, and he'd to look in his ass, bro. And he'd walk about like 20 feet off and hold his ass open. As long as we looked, we got the money. So just shit like that, just bored people.
Partner? Did he have who made sure you looked? How could he?
Who made sure you got paid? That's
He
what
knew.
I want to know.
He gave the money first.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because that would be a shitty deal.
At a certain point, you were kind of grandfathered in. If he knew you were going to look, you kind of got the money up front.
Your grandfather did.
Well, we lived by a rest area, dude. A lot of like gay men would meet up back there and make out, you know. Bro, look, one time I worked on a pilot set on a TV pilot about 8 months ago, and they had fake cocaine B12 out there.
Really?
I probably did 6 grams of it.
You were really snorting it?
Yeah. Dude, I was off to the side just practicing, bro.
For the movie?
In case I come off the sidelines,
You're starting
you
to
feel
feel
me?
good. B12's supposed to feel good,
yeah,
right?
Look, bro, I felt great, man.
Wow.
Your friend that remember we talked about your friend that killed somebody?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Without obviously no details, you don't do
Look how sad his face got.
No, wait a minute though. Tell again. What did he say about it? What?
Well, so you don't know this.
No.
Yeah. I have a friend who killed someone, and he said that it
felt awesome.
was the most relaxing thing he's ever done.
What?
And I'll say this, man. I'm close with him, but not super close. But he's not the kind of guy that would lie about something like that.
Just go to fucking Arizona, different state. Nevada, different state. Colorado, very different. I mean, that to me you start to see different lines of people's lives. And to me, it makes me go, well, something's got to be. I don't know what it is. I'm not smart enough, but I know it's a thing.
No. And we may know one day, or Joe Rogan might tell us.
Rogan does know.
But
and it's annoying. He keeps it in that fucking pod thing he sleeps in, that water thing. That's where he gets the drippings of knowledge come from there.
Oh, dude, I saw him one time eating facts out of a glowing bag one time.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Because I've heard this and I've never seen it before.
Totally, man. It's in his glove
He's
box.
endless. You know, he says he loves to play pool. It's not. The crack of the balls gives him the secrets.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard it a few times. And I was
like,
what is
Zeus
that?
with the planets.
That's exactly right. When they smash, then he gets all this knowledge. It's really insane.
I'm like, do I use this one to break? He's like, no, that's Neptune. That goes back in the formation.
American's car, you always find gin and femurs or something. You know, they keep the dead with them a lot of times. I unfortunately almost knocked this young lady up that was from South Dakota. And she lived on a reservation, and she like threatened to have the baby.
Oh, damn. How old were you?
37 this year. It was this year. And she wouldn't even be cool. She threatened to have the baby, dude. And I just met her at a motel. Yeah. And she threatened to have a baby, man. And so that's...
How'd you meet?
I met her on Snapchat. You did? Yeah, and then I met her in person in a motel only hours later.
Wow.
And
it went down like that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And it was definitely... So I don't recommend that kind of stuff. I don't recommend making love to people off of Snapchat.
This is South Dakota?
Dude, this was in a different city. She was out of their whatever...
How'd you talk her out of it? How'd you talk her out of it?
She came out. She just said immediately, she's like, if I have this baby. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm having it.
No, we locked this big girl in our town. We locked this big girl one time. We ate some acid. And we locked this big girl into a room at this party. And we kept going in there with fucking pots of fucking warm water, fucking pouring it on her. I feel bad. I feel horrible, dude. We was kids and we were on acid, dude. And then, bro,
you can't tell me this story when I'm straight. You gotta tell me on mushrooms. You locked the girl.
I just remember.
How old were you?
I just remembered
How old were you?
Probably 16.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know, but here's the thing. Let's say I was 14. That way it makes it sound not as bad, bro. But look, she ate acid with us, bro. She ate acid with us, dude. And what happened was, and we kept going in the room with like these pots of warm. I don't know why we had the pots of warm water because I think we just were fucked up, dude. And we would like pour a little on her, but not like torture. She wasn't in a cage or nothing. She was just, free range in this room, right? But I think she was scared to come out. And then one time we went in, bro. We heard this loud sound and we went in. And
I wonder why.
She had ran against one of the walls so hard, bro. Had fucking moved the entire wall in this house, dude. Huge girl, about 240 pounds. Beautiful girl, too. The most beautiful... biggest girl that I've ever known.
Oh my god!
Beautiful girl, beautiful hair, beautiful face, just large and beautiful. But she fucking got lifted, bro. And dude, I remember this. Yeah, now I feel bad about what we did to that bigger girl, bro.
Yeah, you can't, but.
But we didn't do it because she was big. We just did it. She just wanted to. She just got fucked up and she couldn't get out the room.
Do you think there's more porn stars or murderers in the world? I think murderers. I actually know a guy. I shouldn't say this on here, but I'm not going to say names. But I know a guy who killed someone, and he said, and this isn't me saying this, dude. I wouldn't do something like this, but he said that it fucking feels good. And he did say that.
Do you know how he murdered him?
Huh?
Do you know how he murdered him?
I don't know anything else, man.
I used to be into like powerlifting and everything, dude. I used to be jacked back in the day.
Really?
I was an animal, dude. I was fucking.
Were you on them
sprinkling
steroids?
protein powder under my.
Were you on them steroids though?
I was on steroids for a while when I was young, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You were on steroids?
Testosterone, something. Yeah.
You just decided to run a stack just to get Jack?
Yeah, it was like a southern stack. It was like testosterone and like Crisco or something.
I was gonna say gravy.
Yeah.
Fucking test and gravy. Deck of D-ball and fucking fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh, I was so jacked.
And Mountain Dew Red.
Dude, I was so jacked at one point. I couldn't use Q-tips in my ears because I couldn't get my...
Really?
Yeah.
Is there pictures online of this?
I don't know. There might be, man.
Fucking find that shit.
It might be.
You were just doing it just to try it out or what?
I mean, if you want to really know when I really think back on what I was doing.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I was just...
How old were you, first of all?
Yeah, I was, let me see, 17 or 18. Nope, it was after that. That's when I got involved in this damn cult.
What the fuck?
Whatever.
Is that a real cult?
Yeah, bro.
Are you not on set there?
That's out in Reseda, dude.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Why are you doing
Looking
that?
for the Lord, brother. What do you think I was doing? Same thing you probably were. But,
Hey, man. What are you...
Yeah, bro. Whatever, dude. You never hung around black people? Things happen, bro.
No, bro, it looks like you're in, like, Africa there.
Yeah, I
hanging out with the
I was
Aborigines.
probably out east of Santa Clarita.
And you were just trying to blend in?
Just an adult. Yeah, dude, it's rural. It gets pretty rural out there.
How long were you out there?
Oh, dude, long enough, bro. Long enough to catch the sweats, you know? Long enough to put a warp zone in your spirit. I was out there, dude, eating fucking dolphin dandruff, doing dope. Out there, boy. Playing Color Me Mine with my own body. Living out there, boy. Making pottery out of my dick. But I'll tell you this, man. What were we talking about? Oh, steroids.
Oh, steroids. Before you were in a cult.
Yeah, man.
Damn, doing dick pottery.
Dude, I've been in some
Aborigines.
That's the dark arts, bro. I've been in the dark arts.
You've been in some dark places, man.
Doing.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling jokes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then telling people when you go back home and they've never seen you, they've never heard of you, they think you're gay. They're just like, you won't like, they're like, you keep flying home, you don't have any money, and you're not bringing a girl home.
You're
you have
hiding
these
from
jokes.
something.
Yeah, you're hiding from something. You know?
Yeah.
Just come out. I remember my stepdad is yelling at me in the yard one time.
Told you to come out?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not fucking gay, bro. I was like, I'm just not flying some girl home that I just met. You know, just to prove to you guys.
He thought he could catch you in a lie. The worst has got to be if someone says you're gay and you are, but you don't want to admit it.
Oh, yeah, that'd
You're
be
like,
scary.
Shit.
Yeah, you change your clothes, the next day you come dressed like in a mafia outfit or something, like something to totally take them hot off the trail, you know?
Like that, with putting out 2 podcasts, 3 podcasts a week.
He does that many a week, wow.
Joe's got this game locked down.
How's he to talk to? He just started kind of like, well, give me a little bit more FaceTime, you know?
He's great. He's great.
You see, he doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, does he?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But that's fine. You know?
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Yeah, he might not believe in Jesus Christ, but...
I mean, I think he believes.
And I'm drinking out of his mug right here, look.
I think he believes in a higher power. I mean, he's done DMT, so he's spoken to the aliens.
But damn, you fought, dude. Like, if somebody...
Top 10.
Dude, I couldn't. I just don't even think I could fight, man. I remember one kid attacked me once in school. It didn't go really well. I got attacked by a bunch of dogs.
Dogs? That's a different animal.
Yeah, but
Literally.
still.
Different animal.
Yeah,
like,
but
how do
they're
you
out
fuck
there.
with a dog?
2 of them came back and attacked me on my birthday again a year later.
On your birthday?
Swear to God,
When
dude.
they came back like it's this fool's birthday. You
take any bites?
Yeah, I took a couple bites. Went to the hospital. It was my birthday. I remember I was 11 years old, and then at 12 years old, 2 of them came back and got me again. Like they knew. That's what I'm saying, man. Animals are.
But I also remember, because where I'm from, if you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops on them. And that was a rule when I was young, and that's true, dude. That's true. If you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops immediately, because once 2 mentals don't make a non-mental. You know, rarely do they. And it's a risk, and it's high risk, low reward. That's what they call that. I think I had a little bit of that poor white anger. You know, the same type of just, you know, nobody gives a fuck about poor white people in America, it seems like, you know, except for poor white people. So, you know, I had a little bit of that angst. You know, I grew up around some fucking real crazy poor white people. You know, they had a dude in our town, no arms, used to fucking fight everybody. You know that dude. You know what I'm saying? He'd get you in that lurch. He would catch you with between his chin and his chest. He would fucking snack you like a snake.
We were talking about this dude.
His boy Gert was his name. And he would just get you like that, bruh. And he'd choke you down.
He had no arms.
No arms at all. And he'd fight anybody, dude. And he would choke you.
So if you went to punch him, how would he block?
Oh, bro. He'd spin out of it. He'd spin, he'd duck, he'd dodge. The dude had, he just...
And would he catch your hand with his neck?
Huh?
Would he catch your
hand?
Oh,
he would just lurch at you. And, bro, the thing is, here was the...
Oh, you know what? If he hits you with that shoulder, you're going down.
Yeah, part of it. The big move was that choke. He would catch you like this.
Where would he catch you? Your hand?
In your neck. He would catch you neck to neck.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, once he got you neck to neck, Gert Yuva, the whole family was fucking...
He could choke you out.
Psychos, bro. Brother had sharpened half of his teeth on one side of his mouth, dude. These people would fuck you up. One of the kids was in a wheelchair, they never taught him to walk, I think. I don't even think he was crippled. They just never taught him to walk. And so the other brother would carry him on his back everywhere, like a backpack, dude. And didn't even give a fuck.
Maybe it's good these people are away from society. An entire family?
No shirts, bro. Whole family, zero shirts.
No, nobody. Those people don't wear shirts.
Not the girl didn't have shirts either. They had one girl in the family. What was her name? Jessica.
She was normal.
She was, she was pretty nice. I thought she was a sweet girl for as tough as, everything that had gone on down there. And they used to put a board over the sink at night, and one of them would sleep over the sinks. They had 11 children. The house, no joke, was two of these studios, and they had 11 kids in there. But yeah, it's like I grew up in that type of environment where it's just like, I don't know, you don't feel like anybody gives a fuck about you. So I think it took a long time for some of that to get out of my system. I still feel it when I go around like really rich people who think that they know everything. Man, that stuff makes me mad, dude.
It was funny. I was telling Lee that this morning I woke up. I slept so much yesterday, and last night I fucking slept hard. I woke up like at fucking 4:30 in the morning, wide awake, ready to fucking kill Monday, ready for kickboxing at 9. And I did my usual shit. I went over my audition, the sides, and I wrote it out, and I wrote my stuff for the day. And then I went and I fucked around. Then I went on Messenger. Like, you ever go on Facebook Messenger? Mm-hmm. I went on Messenger just to see, because sometimes messages accumulate.
You get some in there.
I got a message this morning. It was like the weirdest thing. It was like fate. I was telling Lee when I came in, I go, Lee, were you not in the green room with me all weekend? And Lee goes, yeah. I go, Lee, I got an email today from a couple.
Yeah.
I went to their Facebook page. And I didn't even answer them back. But the first line was, you're a sham. Like a scam, like whatever that word is.
Mm-hmm.
A farce.
A farce or something.
Mm-hmm.
We went to see you Friday night, and we could visibly tell that you were on cocaine.
No.
Oh, my God. They were like drug geniuses. They had to be Rogan people. When I went back to their page, they had 10 pictures of Rogan. They went to see Rogan like at 8 places. They're the ones that always ask Rogan annoying questions on the road. And Rogan will look at them like, are you fucking crazy?
There's no better look than when Rogan gives that look.
Rogan gives you that look.
Are you fucking crazy?
They just say stupid shit to Rogan to seem intellectual. And there's 200 people behind you, guy. Chit, let's go. Take a hike. Take the picture and take a fucking hike.
Yeah.
So you could tell he's one of those guys that he'll see Rogan and right away call me a farce, that I was obviously on cocaine, that there was no way that I was clean, that my energy levels on stage were too high for my age for me to be on cocaine. He said, but I knew how to hide it. You weren't sniffling or wiping your nose. Dog, as soon as you do a line of coke, this shit starts dripping out of your fucking nose. You know what I'm saying? That's the first tell. I could look at somebody now. Now I could really see it.
Oh, yeah.
Then, when I was under the influence, I couldn't see it. Now I can really see it.
Dude, everybody, my buddy, this one dude used to he would start to do a little dust, start touching his asshole, bro. By the end of the night, if we had a couple of bags, he'd have 4 fingers in his fucking ass, dude. He had like that some of those people eat their hair. You see those videos where people eat their hair, He just had like a weird tick like that, where he would just, I don't know what it was. He just
under the pants. He would go in the pants.
Oh, in his ass, in his own ass.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had a guy that used to do this. He would hold up, like he would be talking to you, and he'd go. And he would tighten up his neck.
Don't do that, bro.
He would just be talking to you, and he would just flip out from time to time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then I had another guy that when he'd get coked up, he was bald, so he always felt like something was landing on his head. So every 8 minutes, he would tell you to shh, and he would point to his head to tell you that, look, is there a bug? Do you see it? Like type, but you can see it. That's what was
like he wants you to be an investigator for him?
Yeah, like, come on, do I have anything on my head? Let me know. It's like those people that tell you your nose is clean. I got anything on my nose? Yeah. He would look at me. He didn't have to say them. He would, let's say he started snorting at 11 with me.
Yeah.
By 1:30, that would start. He wouldn't get paranoid. He wouldn't drive me crazy. He wouldn't say a lot of shit. He would just tell me that he had a spider on his head. And then after 2 or 3 hours, he would start smacking his head.
Oh, come on.
And that's when you would fucking die of laughter. When he would smack his own head.
Be honest, Joey. After like the first couple of times he asked you, would you just start like looking above his head, just like, I think there's something on your forehead?
Oh, I tortured him for days. That
went through where he's just switching shirts, just fucking. So then every 40 minutes, he'd have on a different colored shirt. So if you were a new person, you didn't know. You'd be like, what the fuck, man? You'd think you were tripping even harder. Dude, we had time, and I remember bad acid would come through town, and like everybody would start acting a certain way. People would start, I remember one time people wore like a bunch of like kind of, Grateful Dead type of stuff. People wore vests. They'd have like a bad batch of acid would come through. Next, half the town's wearing fucking vests. Women are gelling their hair down. I remember one time. Dude, they had this one dude at this party, and he'd apparently had taken a bunch of acid, or he put it in his mouth, and for, $4, whatever, he would like spit into your mouth like a hit of acid.
Why would you do something like that? That's disgusting.
But there wasn't anything else to do.
So I'm gonna let some fucking stranger spit acid in my mouth.
For $4,
I can put the acid in my mouth for free.
But we didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't have the $4.
We had the $4, we didn't have the acid. He had it inside of his system. And for $4 or in his, he put it in his mouth. And then for $4, he'd fucking fire it into you. So next thing you know, bro, we spent about $36. We're fired up, dude, at this dude's party. This dude, I'll tell you, this dude, Icy Mike, right? So this dude used to get ice from anywhere. Like he would get water, and he had like a nice freezer. His family had one of those. You ever go downstairs in like some people's house and they keep meat in like an extra freezer? Like they don't want you stealing their meat, so they put it in like a special freezer down in the basement. Or the freezer has like a flat top. It has like a door on the top, and you open it like that. And the whole thing's a freezer. There's no refrigerator. You know what I'm talking about? Like a big freezer?
Yeah, the old school.
Yeah, so these people had, this dude, Icy Mike, would get water from different places, fucking local water, fancy Lake Mead, Lake Pontchartrain, Mississippi River, and freeze it. And then people come over and eat the ice in the summer. We'd go over there and eat ice. He had water from everywhere. He had water from Ireland, France, Lake Powell. You know what I'm saying? So we'd go by Icy Mike's and fucking have a piece of ice. He'd break you off of some fucking chunk of ice, and everybody's sitting having ice from other places. It was kind of...
Are you sure it just wasn't... He just didn't write it on the bottle? Like it was all from his faucet?
Oh, no, you could taste it was from different places, man. Some of it was brackish. Some of the shit was fucking, Iceland.
Where did Icy Mike get the fucking water from?
Different places, man.
He went himself?
Oh, maybe his family went. I think his dad did some kind of traveling work.
You thought he brought back gallons of fucking water? Have you lost your goddamn mind?
Bro, I'm telling you, there's no other way.
You guys got tricked.
Nuh-uh, there's no way he could have gotten these flavors in this water.
What fucking flavors? Remember?
Oh, I remember one time I got stuck in a tunnel. My car broke down in a tunnel in Pittsburgh, and I had to defecate extremely, and that's French actually for shit.
Yeah.
And I had to defecate. And so I got in my backseat of my car, and I didn't have any choice. This was like, it was like something had gotten into my body, like a pink eye had gotten into my stomach. Whoa. And all the shit in my body was coming out of my body.
You had pink eye in your stomach?
Yeah, it was like, hey, we need all this shit out of here.
I had gingivitis once in my stomach.
Did you really?
Yeah.
In your mouth?
And I got diarrhea from that too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how I got down there.
And I had to defecate into a frisbee. I had an upside down frisbee was all I had.
Really? Be real.
Yeah.
Yeah?
What?
And so I'm in this tunnel. There were cars whizzing by. Here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Extremely hard to poop when cars are going by at 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, and furious too.
Yeah.
Furious. Like, and also white people. Like, it was Pittsburgh, so it's furious white people driving by. If other people are certain ethnicities, I can shit easier when they're driving by, honestly. Like if a couple of brothers are rolling by blasting some fucking good music, I can fucking blow ass all day into a frisbee, right? No problem. I'm part of it. You know, everybody seems like it's more laid back.
Yeah.
But an angry white dudes, rolling by, 6, 7,
Well, they
8
would probably
a.m.
call somebody too, huh?
Oh, they weren't calling anybody. I mean, the only free finger they had, they were waving it out the window at me. They weren't using it to dial the phone.
So you shit on a frisbee.
I had to shit on the open,
not the top part, but the bottom part.
A frisbee is basically a cup. Basically, the sides.
A plate. It's a plate.
A plate. Well, a plate is just a cup. That's
Wait,
way spaced out.
Let me get this straight. Hang on. Are you
a plate is
still
just a
driving?
wide cup.
No.
Are you pulled over?
I pulled over the car. I think honestly I'd run out of
Why couldn't
gas.
you just shit on the ground? Why did you have to
I was
put
in
a
a
plate
tunnel.
underneath?
Yeah, so it's dark. Shit on the fucking car. Go outside shit.
In a tunnel,
Why would you have
you
to plate your own
idiot.
shit?
Okay, you should be familiar with tunnels, dude.
Why?
Huh?
Because of Vietnam? Because you're gonna do that shit again right now, man?
What
Because
shit, bro?
Why you? No, dude.
Whoa,
right, you're doing that Nam shit again, huh, bro?
What Nam? What?
You thought that I was digging tunnels in the Ho Chi Minh Trail and trying to attack you people?
No, I thought you meant
that was
Nam,
me?
the fruit juice, the pomegranate fruit juice that's always in there. What is that stuff called? Palm, yeah, no. No, dude.
No, not palm, Nam.
Bro, I don't believe in Vietnam. I don't believe it
It happened?
War. Huh? I'm not saying it didn't happen, dude.
Are you those?
They never found the boats, dude. You
Oh,
know?
right.
It's just
I
like
think it's a
slavery. They never
conspiracy
found the
too, yeah.
boats.
What do you mean tunnels, though, bro?
So anyway, I'm in a tunnel, and there's only 2 lanes going each way. There's nowhere to get out in a tunnel. Like in a tunnel,
Right.
Cars are whizzing by.
Yeah.
And so I had to get in the back seat and defecate into this frisbee.
Right.
And then wait for the cops to come.
Why the cops come?
Had to call the cops. I had just shit in a frisbee. The meat,
Oh, you ate them, you saying?
yeah, but
You guys ate owls?
yeah,
I don't think that's legal. You probably shouldn't say that on the podcast.
well, I didn't have a lot. I'll tell you this: if you want to
passe.
feed a family of 4, you can't just have one owl. I will say that though.
Well, if you look at what it looks like without the feathers, it looks like
That's what I'm saying.
fucking demon.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a real bait and switch. I feel like it's one of God's hidden agendas.
Well, I was talking to someone about peacocks about this, and I started talking about it on stage.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a duck, bro.
But it says peacock.
That is something else. That is
doesn't
meningitis.
seem
I
right,
think.
though. Go back up to
Yeah,
the
bro.
peacock picture. They have a dude that just dropped that rabbit and said, fuck it. And I stopped the car and to check it out. I was like, whoa.
That's flirting, really. It sounds like
Flirting?
Oh, if a
like,
bird
let
drops
me
a
know.
rabbit at your feet,
Hey, bitch.
yeah, it's ready to fuck.
Probably. Yeah, like you didn't love the French?
I love the Canadians.
French Canadians.
Yeah, I'll take them.
You love Canadians, period.
I love Canadians, period.
But do you love French Canadians?
Yes, because they
Those
are
are-
Canadian. But French, bro,
Not into French?
and nobody is.
They make great wine.
Yeah.
That's not true. People go to Paris every year.
Yeah, but they leave. It's not the kind of place people are milling around, man.
Like one of my best friends got fucked up one time, and he started talking about Asian people. We never even seen any Asians in our life. And he
Never
started
in your life?
No, and I guess maybe like in a past life he might have known some Asians, you know. And so he starts bringing up their names, bro, and knowing them and knowing shit about them on this mattress in this house. And I'm like, fuck, dude, you're fucked up, bro. I'm leaving, right? So apparently I'm the kind of friend that when your friend is at his worst, you fucking leave, bro. Because I was
he's
just
talking about Chinese people.
Yeah, well,
He's never met Chinese people.
We never known any.
So what is he saying?
He's just saying like, hey, you remember fucking you remember fucking Sun Lam, bro? He was there for us, you know, and all this shit. I'm like, Sun Lam, bro? We don't know him, dude. You know, and he was fucking like talking about Dorothy, you know. We didn't know any Asians, bro. And I'm like, I gotta get away
So
from
where you
this
came
dude.
from, where you grew up, there was no Asians in that neighborhood? Not when you were there. Now there's probably 4.
Yeah.
Right, now there's-
No, we live in a small town, dude. I mean, I
What's the
remember
population?
We probably had about 2,000 growing up.
Oh, shit.
This one dude I remember was trying to be an Elvis impersonator. He said he was an Elvis impersonator, bro. But he was just a fucking alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need any Elvis, bro. You know? We got 2,000 people. We need fucking gas money. And we need
jobs.
good. Yeah, we need ideas, bro. Give us some fucking ideas.
Those fucking Elvis impersonators are a pain in the ass.
Oh, they're
They
the
really
worst,
are.
dude.
They really are.
Get a
dog.
fucking
They-
life.
I got to
bro.
tell you something. You know, I told you to hook up with that girl. What happened to
that
you?
fucking monster. Yeah, I know. It's always some fucking monster, dude. Bro, I remember this one girl. we had this thing for a while. If you would visqueen a chick, right? And that's if you would bring a chick home and she would fall asleep or at her place or at your place. And you'd put like a piece of visqueen over her body, right?
What the hell
like
is
while she was
visqueen?
asleep. No, it's not a big issue. I think people don't spend enough time with real ass animals. A lot of these animals out here are bullshit, trained imports, fake ass little Dalmatians and dude, that's people in parks, man. People do anything in a park out here. You got to notice that out here. Like, I mean, where I'm from, a park is a place to picnic, you know? Maybe
Chill out.
Yeah, chill out, make art or something, but.
Frisbee?
Yeah.
Out here, it's a lot of drug scenes.
People living out there.
Yeah, a lot of gang activity, a lot of butt sex.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dude, maybe.
I don't know. Depends what
a lot of
park
that
you're going
Magic
to.
Johnson, that's what they call it. You know, people out there getting that Magic Johnson.
That Magic Johnson. My brother cried when Magic Johnson announced he had AIDS.
No way,
He
bro.
started crying. He's one of his favorite players. Oh, I'll
Bro,
never
that's
forget
gayer
that.
than even getting AIDS from a dude is crying when another dude gets it. So then I just got into stand up, and I always like making people laugh. Like I used to do a similar thing when I was a child. At the lunch table, we get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, you know, and we get there and sit them to make them drink milk and then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face, you know? And if you get some straight up just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude. That's America right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here, you know? I almost blew the throat out of this one boy. Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot. T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged, but also easy for him to spell. And I'm not joking. That's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name is Todd?
Why are you so laughing at him?
It's just a funny sounding name. That's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it
so
was pretty funny,
where
I
this
guess.
guy-
Tot.
Yeah, well,
You know,
let's
Tot.
talk about Tot.
Sometimes he would just say T-O-T was his name, but I knew
yeah.
it was Tot.
Yeah.
He would try to spell it out, and, you know, like he was tricking me.
Yeah. So did you do like the open mic circuit in L.A.?
Yeah, started doing open mics here.
Like at Marty's or where? Like at the
They had a
Comic
place.
Meltdown and stuff?
No, they had a place over on the west side of town. I lived.
Yeah.
I was sleeping under a buddy of mine had a bed, and I was sleeping under his bed for $150 a month.
Oh wow!
And sometimes even in his bed. Sometimes when he would be out of town or when he would leave for work, I'd climb up into his bed, dude. And I've never been heavily homosexual, but I will say this: that there's nothing really gayer than getting into a man's warmth after he's already left the room, you know, and climbing up into his bed. A man you don't even really know that much, but still catching that hit off of his temperature, you know.
That's funny.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
You go over to somebody's house, dude, who you don't know that much, and when they leave the room and get out of their bed, you get into their bed. That shit'll make
You never told him that though.
that shit'll make a man out of you fast, dude, or it won't. But you find out who's who pretty quick when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember I got on a school bus one day, and the man didn't even take us to school. He just drove us around, and
Fuck off.
swear to God, and then just drove us back home eventually.
What's wrong with him?
He didn't say anything either.
Probably drunk.
And when at a certain point,
He
you
likes
don't
to
ask.
shout.
Dude, in cocaine, go back to that vest story, man. So here's what happened. So I would do some cocaine 8,000, put on these different vests.
How many did you buy again?
I don't know. I spent too much on them, but I would probably say the priciest one I had was probably about $210. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. And so I would get fucked up and put these vests on and put on sunglasses and no like Buffalo Bill shit, but at least partying by myself, you know. And one time I was making a smoothie, you know, because I got like a new, I don't know what kind of blender it is, but it's pretty nice. And I was making like a nice smoothie, and I'm fucking coked up, I'm partying, you know, I'm living high on the hog. Got these 2 vests on maybe, right? And I thought I heard something outside, right? Which is kind of weird to even think of when you have a blender going, right? So I leave out of my apartment to go in the hallway, lock myself out, with the blender going, 2:30 in the morning, coked up out of my brain, right? Now I have to go to my landlord, dude, who lives right down the hall, and tell him, dude, I'd have to get my butt waxed, I think, bro. That's my thing. Like, I have so much hair on my butt, like, I walk, if I'm hooking up with a chick, I'll walk out of the room backwards so she doesn't see my butt.
It's that bad?
It just makes it, I'm self-conscious about it, you know?
Why don't you Brazilian wax it?
I'm just scared of that, man. I met a girl, and she waxes people's balls, too. And how
Yeah, they call it
crazy is
B&B, butt and balls.
Oh.
It's actually the most common practice for men.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to date a girl who specialized in that. And she was like, man, 60% of my clients are men. She goes, they do the B&B. You want to come in? I'm like, what is it? She goes, balls and butt. They literally do all that, the taint, and then your booty hole. I had a girl try it once. It's on the inside of my thigh. Never again.
Hurt?
I'd rather get a tattoo on my fucking face.
Oh.
It hurts so bad.
I'd rather get that fucking name stamp,
Me
dude.
too, bro.
I'd rather get that
100%.
fucking tat on my
Don't
name.
do it, man.
Yeah.
But if you have a hairy ass, like if I could braid your ass there,
Yeah.
you should probably get it removed.
You couldn't braid it. You could gel it down, though.
You could part it to the side.
Dude, I had an uncle, and he had so much hair on his neck, he would gel it down for church because he didn't want to shave it off because it was his hair. And it was like a thing against God.
You gel down the sides, huh?
Oh, he gel his whole neck hair down.
You might want to gel you basically got a ducktail.
Oh, dude,
a ducktail hanging out the back.
I look like shit, man, you know? But nobody expects anything out of me. That's the best thing.
You don't think
like, you
so?
show up, people look, you know. People ask, where's the honey, guy? You know, that's obviously been...
Where's the honey?
You look like you've been stung by bees, bro, all the time.
Why do I look... Are you saying I'm bloated?
Doesn't he, Chin?
Do I look bloated?
Bro, it looks like you try to drink honey right out the hive and a bunch of bees got you, bro.
Wait, are you saying I'm swole or I'm fucking bloated?
I mean, you're swole for sure, dude. I'd be swole too if fucking 200 bees were babysitting my face all the time. You look like you got fucking stung by a bunch of bees, dude.
Bro.
Where do you live at, bro? In a comb? You gotta tighten up, bro. You're gonna get diabetes, dude.
Bro, what the fuck, dude?
Come on, man.
Conversation at the store one night. Like last week, some guy got found with 30 pounds of hamster bones. You know,
they did in my town. They just busted a man.
It just doesn't. Right away, you got to stop what you're doing in that conversation and giggle. Because 9 out of 10 people wouldn't be proud that that happened in their hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't even mention it. If somebody comes up to me and go, are you from New Orleans? Not really. I'm from Texas. Wait a second. I got to go. You know, you get to that point. Most fucking people would be embarrassed to say something like that. Or it would take them 10 minutes after everybody told their story.
Yeah.
To say, oh, by the way, there's a guy. No, we were just talking. It's Tuesday
Oh, this
night.
dude, yeah.
We were
I
ready to go
remember.
home. And you came out with it, and I'm fucking, me and Lee were dying in the car, like, what's he talking about? Hamster meat? What the fuck is he talking about? And that's
Yeah, they busted him, man.
Listen, dog,
they got him.
What if?
Thank God.
I like the like it's like they got him.
No, I'm glad they
for
got
what?
him, dude. 30-pound bag of hamster bone. Like, I mean, that's because you have to. There's not as much meat. There's very little bone in a hamster, bro. Them hamps got a hamp probably has like a quart, like an eighth of an ounce in its chest plate, bro. You can't even make a wish on their bones. You know, there's nothing in there.
Where do you get all those hamsters from?
That's well, they breed them in our town. I used to work for this group. They used to sell tattooed hamsters and guinea pigs after.
They tattoo them?
Yeah, they used to brand them with concerts and raves. They would say it's tattooed just to make people not be as sad about it. But it was a brand, bro. A brand, bro.
Of what?
With like heat and ink, bro.
For what? Like, what did it say?
311, Green Day, anything like of different bands that were coming to town. Toadies. Swear to God, bro. Toadies, Acid Bath. Who else? Rave. Whatever, bro. We used to truck these hamps into the city and fucking vend them, bro. We did, man. Because there wasn't much work in our town, dude. You know, you had to get what you could get, and they had a man that bred hamsters, and then they had to do the tattoos, and they fucking met up, and that was a merger. That's big business, you know. And they started
a merger.
They started doing it,
Man, I got me some 300 mouse in my house and shit. And some other guy's like, you know what, man? I'm a pretty good tattoo artist.
That's Louisiana.
And that's it. A merger is formed.
That means someone listening to this right now has had a hamster with like a band label on it. Like,
Who the fuck buys a hamster? Listen, if I went to a concert, do you think I'm bringing a hamster home with fucking AC/DC? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be fucked up the whole night with this hamster in my
But
pocket.
when you leave, Coco, when you leave the place, that's when we get you, bro. You get it there. Hey, people are leaving. They're on ecstasy pills. They're on Molly. You leave. You get that fucking hams. You get that warm little piece of God in their hands. They buy it every time, bro.
A lot of black people, and I will say this, because this is really factual, and I've spent a lot of time around, in the dark arts, and I don't mean that's not black people in general. That's
the dark
That's
art.
voodoo. That's black magic.
That's everything. Black magic.
New Orleans,
voodoo,
son.
That's the underground.
Louisiana.
Yep.
I grew up in a mixed neighborhood, dude, and black people don't really know. They don't differentiate between indoors and outdoors.
What do you mean?
Outdoors
Bill?
can be indoors, dude.
What do you mean?
Outdoors can be indoors. Black person, you can put them outdoors, and you put them indoors. Same volume levels, same speed.
There's no inside voice.
There's zero inside
There's
voice.
no etiquette when you go indoors.
Well, they just don't. I don't believe in like a lot of structures and. I don't want to say woodwork, but I want to say overall that the difference between indoors and outdoors when it comes to most
so
black
incredibly,
people,
it's so incredibly vaguely racist.
It's so funny though. It's so funny.
They say that
there's no filter.
No, what they say when you're poor.
It's true.
But a lot of people who are poor, it's a socioeconomic thing. So a lot of people that are poor, a lot of times, I guess, have to rely on each other. Like they notice shit that say rich people wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
Because they have to, because you're kind of relying on your neighbor, on usually sharing a bathroom. There's a lot of stuff. People are on you.
They're
Teamwork.
people.
And it creates
people.
Yeah, and and it creates sort of this feeling of competition
But
where
that
like,
doesn't
well,
mean you can't lower your voice when you're in the mall or in the theater.
Right.
and that's just what I'm saying.
That's his point.
Right. I want to be heard.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of my black friends even do not. They don't have indoor voices. Is what I'm trying to say. I think I used too many words.
Just closed the car, opened the window, and listened to it. And the three white dudes walked away.
He just tuned in.
Fuck yeah. Bro, you never get to see a good fucking smackaroo.
No. Oh, especially not on the West Coast,
No,
dude.
you never get to
You see a
it.
shooting or
you
that's
see a
it.
lot more smackaroos where you're from.
Oh,
You know?
down south. I saw a brother take a bite out of a Vietnamese guy once, dude. Took a huge bite out of his fucking arm, bro. Meat and everything, bro. Ripped it right out. The Vietnamese guy was like threatening him with all this karate shit and everything, and his brother just grabbed him and fucking bit right into him, dude. Bit right
If you
into
think
him.
about it, that's the way to do it. That stops karate all the time. Because I don't care what type of karate you got, they ain't got no defense for the bite. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got. Well, what if a motherfucker goes to bite you? Hold on, I gotta call the main jab in fucking Okinawa. Get these
Hold on. Let me put my Komodo on, dude. And they bite your ass, dude. And you remember that every time you try to fucking hug somebody and if you got a little divot in it. You know, you got a speed bump in your fucking hug.
Why did I let Lee talk me into eating mushrooms on a Wednesday night? Lee? Look at your head, Lee.
Look at Lee, bro. Open your eyes, bro. I can't. Damn, dude. What the fuck?
Lee, you're already fucked up.
You gave me 800 before. Like,
No, we're in training. I told you. When you go down to
Damn,
when you
Lee.
join the Marines, they don't send you to Miami, with a fucking seagull. No, they send you to fucking Paris Island debt.
What Marines are they putting Lee in?
My own private
Oh,
Marines.
yeah, I
This is the
love
church.
that,
What's
dude.
happening now, dog?
I love it, bro.
We got our own Marines. They
Look.
come in all shapes and sizes.
Amen. Well, enlist me,
Lee's
man.
got a use in the Marines. When
No, I don't.
Weird place, and it's one thing that's unique to me is my childhood and my perspective of it. You know.
Yeah, it will. You grew up in.
I grew up in Covington, Louisiana, and our town's famous. Lee Harvey Oswald went to our middle school. Pistol Pete Maravich lived and died in our town.
Really?
Two good shooters. That's the joke that I use off of that. But like Tulane University had their primate testing facility in our town. That's where most people worked at, right? So, and in 1994, like 70 infected monkeys got out in our town, and the police came to YMCA summer camp and let the oldest kids leave to help them look for these monkeys, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I remember like guys, they had guys with like rebel flags in their truck. I'm like, it's not a racial thing, guys. These are fucking 70. These are chimpanzees and macaws that are loose around town. You know, this isn't a gang that's moved in. You know, but I remember me and a couple of other kids. I still remember having a wet bathing suit on, cornering a fucking chimpanzee outside of a Kenny Rogers Roasters with a police officer. and 3 other kids like rah rah rah, you know, by this drive-through, and this fucking fat elf of a woman honking at us like we're ruining her, you know, dream shake she's buying or whatever, and her fucking cornbread while we're trying to fucking save our town from a fucking. Who knows what this monkey had?
From a
maybe
fucking
yellow
Planet
fever.
of the Apes apocalypse.
Yeah, maybe something Walter Reed missed. Could have been yellow fever.
Wait.
I really feel like I grew up in the stray animal belt of Louisiana, and they don't really have this anymore because everybody has pets now. But they had a long time where there was just, I felt like thousands of strays running around. Like Joey Diaz, he got bit by animals. I got jumped by a bunch of cats on my birthday once, dude. I'm not even joking, dude. And one of them, I swear to God, some of them got me on the ground, and one of them came off a fucking rooftop from next door. I swear to God, I still remember a couple of them were getting me and looking back and seeing one come from something in the air. And they had tons of stray animals where I was from. You had to infuse that in everything you did, wherever you went, or if you were going to bike or play ball.
I got jumped by a bunch of
cats. And that'll make you feel like a little bitch, too. I mean, first of all, your dad's dying. And now there's cats jumping you. It's just really. But anyway, so I was like, we used to pull these bodies off of the interstate and bury them off the highway, right?
Holy shit.
Because dogs were getting hit there. I mean, literally, they were fucking piling up. You know? And I remember one time we found a bunch of nudie mags in the ground. Somebody had hid a bunch of, you know, pornography in the dirt. And I remember we got down and we realized I'd never seen any sex before, right? So somebody cut out all the pictures of the actual insertion points in these magazines. There was probably 11 pornography magazines. Club, some of the older ones, Club, finer ones I thought actually.
Yeah.
Penthouse. But where the exact penis and vagina insertion point happened, and in every picture somebody cut that out. And taking it with them, I guess. And I don't know if they did it because they didn't want people to see that, or they wanted to have it all, you know? But I remember just weird shit like that. And that's when I started realizing this shit didn't happen to everybody. Like, for some reason, God put all this weird shit in front of me. And so those are the things that I need to focus on. And that's when I started thinking that I became a little bit more confident because I know what I'm talking about, I think.
What do you mean?
Like, I know what I'm explaining a place that I know, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to be like...
Oh, when you started talking about... where you grew up
yeah,
on stage, you got more confidence. You knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, I knew what I was talking about. So that just helped with my confidence. So now I can tell some older jokes and bits, and there's more confidence there. But now I'm also being able to just tell new stories and still keep that same perspective that I had with these other bits.
Was there racism in Covington?
Yeah.
Do you have a memory where you just bombed? You know, when you're bombing, you got to dig yourself out. Have you ever one where you don't get out?
Yeah. I got two of my crazy memories. One time, some dude laughed so hard at the show, he came out of the closet to his buddies just right in front of him. Swear to God, he's just like, I'm gay! It like fucking literally like jarred something in his stem, you know? And his buddies are like, what the fuck, dude? It's right up by the front.
You made him laugh so hard, he just admitted he's gay.
One of his buddies spilled not milk, beer.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gay.
Yeah, and his buddies are like, "What the fuck, dude?" And it was awkward because it seemed kind of real.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've had people say a lot of stuff. You're like, "That guy's retarded," but this guy seemed like he might have been honestly homosexual. And then the other time that I really bombed was because I'm not trying to fucking, you know, bring in anybody to the other side of the sexual ledger. You know?
Well.
Oh yeah. Dude, I fell asleep one time. This cop wakes me up. Right? He goes, Did you see them? Do you know where they're at? And I'm like, what the fuck? I have no idea what's going on, right? He goes, somebody called in 2 wolves were fighting in the street here, right? So, dude, I'm at an intersection of this dead town, bro. I lived in this side town for a little while during high school. Fell asleep at the fucking wheel, right? So I'm dead asleep. The cop wakes me up, right? He's like, did you see it? And I'm just like, what? I'm just thinking, what was it? You know, did I do it? Was I involved in it? Who am I? And he's like talking to somebody else, the other guy who's probably just across the street, you know? And he's like, somebody called it in, 2 wolves fighting in the intersection. And I'm like thinking, we don't even have wolves in Louisiana, you know? So how are you really out here looking for that?
But also, shouldn't you be solving crime?
Yeah, but also you have a drunk driver who's obviously stalled out at a stoplight.
Hey, bro, wait up. What, he's the worst cops of all time?
The worst.
Oh my God.
And he'd be like, all right, if you see anything, let us know. And they were out.
No problem, officer.
See
Good luck catching wolves fighting.
Damn
Meanwhile, I'm
wolves.
drunk as fuck.
Don't start. Let them get electrocuted. It's all right. We need somebody to get electrocuted on the show.
I got electrocuted when I was younger, man. Actually, you know who saved me, bro? A brother saved me, man. And I don't know if you're out there.
Would you stop already? You got electrocuted.
Yeah, at the fair. At the fair, they used to let us. They used to let us come in a day early to the fair and test the rides. We didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know we were guinea pigs. 30 cents. Get on the rides. Please on the ones and twos now. Like a fucking. You look like a fucking M&M.
Humans?
Yeah, just people that are just smoking their own dicks out there who have no real like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've met some people who, yeah, they're breathing, but that's it, really.
Yeah, this
You
idea
know?
that we're all created equals. You've never met anybody that's a genius if you say that. I've met some people that I'm like, I talk to them, I go, oh, I'm like a monkey compared to you. You know?
Dude, I talked to your buddy Eddie Bravo, and that guy is a real.
He's out there.
He's like a deaf Jack Russell almost, you know?
A deaf Jack Russell?
Yeah, because once he gets going, you can't.
Oh, Jack Russell Terrier?
Yeah. You ever been around one of those dogs? You open the car, and then the next thing you know, they're at the. Yeah. They're like sick, yeah.
But well, how's he deaf?
Because you can't get him back. Like, once he goes, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't get him back in the car. Like, you're sitting there honking the horn. You can't. That guy's out there. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, but I've never heard anybody make a description like that. A deaf Jack Russell Terrier. That is hilarious.
He's extravagant, dude.
Yeah.